Welcome to today's video, where we're going to tackle a common challenge many developers face when working remotely or from different geographical locations. Have you ever tried to connect to an SQL database that's hosted in another country, only to find yourself struggling with connectivity issues? If so, you're not alone. In this video, we'll explore the concept of using SSH tunnels to establish a secure connection to your SQL database from anywhere in the world. Whether you're a remote developer working on a project or a business owner looking for ways to securely access your company's data, understanding how to use SSH tunnels is crucial. Not only will it help you overcome connectivity issues, but it'll also provide an additional layer of security when accessing sensitive data. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of what SSH tunnels are and how they can be used to establish a secure connection to your SQL database. So, let's dive into the world of SSH tunnels. An SSH tunnel is essentially a way of encapsulating another protocol within an SSH connection. Think of it like sending a message in a sealed envelope. The message itself, in this case your database credentials, remains private and secure, while the envelope, the SSH connection, protects it from being intercepted or tampered with. When you try to connect to a SQL database hosted in another country using standard methods, there are several obstacles that can prevent you from establishing a successful connection. Firewalls, network restrictions, and geographical limitations can all block your access. That's where SSH tunnels come in handy. Come in handy. By creating an SSH tunnel, you're effectively creating a virtual private network, VPN, between your local machine and the server hosting your SQL database. Here's how it works. Instead of connecting directly to your SQL database using its public IP address or hostname, you establish an SSH connection to a trusted intermediate server that has access to the database. This intermediate server then forwards your requests to the database, and the responses are sent back through the tunnel to your local machine. It might sound like a convoluted process, but trust me, it's a game changer. Let's break down the steps involved in setting up an SSH tunnel for connecting to your SQL database. 1. Set up your intermediate server. This will be the server that has access to your SQL database and will act as the entry point for your SSH connection. 2. Configure your SSH client. You'll need to set up your local machine's SSH client to connect to the intermediate server using a secure private key or password authentication. 3. Create the tunnel once connected. You can create the SSH tunnel by specifying the port forwarding options and the target database server details. To recap, here are the essential points we covered in this video. Tunnels provide an additional layer of security when accessing sensitive data remotely. They help overcome connectivity issues caused by firewalls, network restrictions, or geographical limitation. An intermediate server is required to act as the entry point for your SSH connection. Configuring your SSH client and creating the tunnel involves specifying port forwarding options and target database server details. And that's it. By now, you should have a solid understanding of how to use SSH tunnels to establish a secure connection to your SQL database from anywhere in the world. Remember, this is an essential skill for remote developers, business owners, or anyone working with sensitive data. We'd love to hear your thoughts and questions on this topic. Please leave your comments below, like this video if you found it helpful, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative content. Have a question about SSH tunnels? Ask away in the comment section,